Welcome to another edition of A Game a Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes, and we are broadcasting the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Atlanta Hawks, Game 6. Now, the Philadelphia 76ers are trying to save their season, and I say that in shocking fashion because, full disclosure, I'm a lifelong 76er fan, even though I do try to present all of my games with full being with being neutral and giving the best analysis on both sides. But in calling the game 5 in the fashion that I did, to be quite honest with you, I'm proud of myself because to watch the Philadelphia 76ers blow a 26-point lead, including a 16-point lead going into the fourth quarter, to watch that happen in real time is just uh, completely demoralizing. But to be quite honest with you, Atlanta Atlanta earned it. They outscored Philadelphia 40-19, despite Seth Curry scoring 36 points, despite Joel Embiid having a true masterclass, scoring 37 points. To do what the Philadelphia 76ers did through three quarters and have an opportunity to close this game out in Atlanta, Game 6, uh, was was the highlight of my night. And then to watch that fourth quarter led by unsung hero Lou Williams, who had an exceptional game, including 15.7 of 10 from the floor, just really got the Hawks going in that fourth. And then Trey Young came in and finished it. Uh, with that said, the Sixers have an opportunity to get home court back with a victory here at home. Well, pardon me, on the road, in which they did defeat the Hawks in Game 3 by 18, 118 to 102. But the Hawks responded in Game 4 with with a comeback victory in which they trailed by 18, figured out how to win 103 to 100 with Joel Embiid going all of 12 in the second half. So here we are. The Hawks are already up 4-0 as uh, John Collins got a mid-range jumper to fall, and Bogdanovich comes back with a floater. So the Sixers is getting off to a horrible start already, but the game is still early. Tobias Harris, who was 2 of 9 in Game 5, already starts 0 of 1. He misses a mid-range. John Collins was getting ready to get an alley-oop setup from he was getting ready to get an alley-oop setup from Trey Young, and Seth Curry fouls him while in the air to prevent the alley-oop slam. So Collins will Collins thought he was um, going to the free throw line. The refs determined that the pass was uncatchable anyway, and the foul was prior to the gather for the dunk anyway. Trey Young getting ready to set up alley oop for Clint Capella. Easy baskets for Clint Capella. And if you're Atlanta, this is the ideal way to start a game. You get your sold out crowd behind you. The 76ers are already on their heels, considering the way that they lost Game 5. And the 76ers turn over the basketball. Miscommunication between Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid. And the Sixers, again, on their heels in the fashion in which they lost, it could completely break your spirit. If you're Atlanta, you're playing with house money. To see what they were able to do, how they were able to come back. Atlanta's already prior to coming into this game, they were not the favorite. So the number one seeded Philadelphia 76ers are supposed to win. To push this Sixers team to 7 with this young core, Trey Young, John Collins, Bogdanovich, and others, to play at that level, to push the number one seed to 7, you already won. This is experience that you can't duplicate. This is only going to make them better. Trey Young crossover dribble left to right. He misses it, but Tobias Harris falls right into him. So Trey Young will be going to the free throw line for 3 free throws. I mean, if you're head coach Nate McMillan for the Hawks, this is the ideal start. The 76ers get points on the board as Ben Simmons missed the layup. Furkan Korkmaz came in and got the putback. So it's 6-2, but more than likely it'll be 9-2 at the end of these free throws. Hey, I jinxed Trey Young. He missed the first free throw. Trey Young's one of the best free throw shooters in the game, including going 17 of 19 in Game 5. He had 39 points in Game 5, 10 of 23. He had a huge second half, 25 points in the second half to really turn it around. All of his three-pointers were made in the second half. He just really came in and closed that game. But you got to remember, I say all that understanding that the Sixers were dominating through three quarters. This is not a whole second half collapse. This is just the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, the 76ers were outscored 40-19 and lost by 3. Two players on the Sixers made field goals in the second half, Joel Embiid and Seth Curry. And right now, Kevin Huerter gets out on the run, gets a finish. The Hawks are up 10-2. The Hawks are up 10-2. The Hawks have an opportunity to go to the Eastern Conference Finals for the second time in their franchise's history. The Philadelphia 76ers haven't been to the conference finals, let alone the finals, since 2001, led by Allen Iverson. This Sixers team, led by Joel Embiid, had so many expectations placed upon them, especially getting the number 1 seed. You got the easiest bracket in the East, and now you can't figure out how to score when it matters most. Joel Embiid's averaging 32 points in this series, and that's including the horrid Game 4 that he had. Outside of that game, he's been dominant in every single game that he's played. And you're telling me that you're gonna lose to this young Atlanta Hawks team? It's just a horrible way to lose. It's a horrible way to lose. But it's still a lot of game left. It's still the first quarter, 9:05 to play. Hawks up 10-4. As we look at Trae Young being chased by Ben Simmons. Simmons trying to fight through a Bogdanovich screen. Simmons is called for the foul as he dipped his shoulder trying to run through the screen. Ben Simmons has his own issues that he's had to deal with in terms of criticism. He went 4 for 14 at the free throw line, and a lot of people have spoken about Trae Young, Ben Simmons' inability to shoot for his entire career. But in this playoffs particularly, teams have gone to the hack of Ben strategy to get the Sixers out of their rhythm. In that Game 5, while the Sixers were dominating, the missed free throws didn't matter. But down the stretch, those missed free throws came back to haunt them. And now Simmons in the playoffs is shooting 33% from the free throw line. And B, trying to finish over Capella. He finishes with the left hand, so it's now 12-6. Philadelphia 3 of 9 from the floor. Atlanta is 4 of 7. As Trae Young gets a floater to 4, Atlanta is up 14-6. And B, in the post versus Capella, looking to kick out to Seth Curry. Again, Seth Curry had 36 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. Furkan Korkmaz gets a pass from Seth Curry, sets up a beautiful alley-oop for Ben Simmons at the rim. That's a good way to get Ben going, because that's really the only areas in which he's really been able to score is directly at the rim. And Trae Young draws a foul against Tobias Harris. So the refs say that the foul's on the floor. Especially with Trae Young's craftiness, not only him, but James Harden and other players that know how to manipulate the fouls to their advantage. There's a lot of conversation about how players are drawing fouls, specifically in unnatural shooting motions. The competition committee will go over that this offseason, but for right now, it's still in play, and Trae Young, James Harden, and others will use that to their advantage while it's there. Furkan Korkmaz misses a 3 short. Offensive rebound to Ben Simmons. Korkmaz, straightaway 3, he misses it long. Rebounded by Kevin Huerter. So the Hawks up 8, 16-8. Trae Young with 8 points. He's 3 of 3 from the field. Clint Capella at the rim. He misses a dunk. So Seth Curry gets the rebound. Ben Simmons finds Matisse Thybulle. 3-point shot for Thybulle, misses long. He saves it. So possession will stay with Philadelphia. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Atlanta is out and running. Their crowd is behind them. They have the momentum. The Philadelphia 76ers are back on their heels. We will be back with more. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. The 76ers are on the brink. Atlanta looks to close out the #1 seed. Welcome back as the 76ers with possession trail by 8. Trae Young is 3 of 3 from the floor. Philadelphia is 4 of 13. The Hawks getting everything they want because they're playing with no pressure. Philadelphia is under the pressure. They're the #1 seed. They blew a 26-point lead at home in Game 5, and now their season is on the brink. 76ers turn over the basketball. Kevin Huerter comes out and knocks in a huge three-pointer from the right wing as the Hawks are now up 11. There's a snowball happening right now, and the Philadelphia 76ers have no answer. Ben Simmons fouls Kevin Huerter after he turns over the basketball, very, very nonchalant dribbling the ball. Kevin Huerter just stripped him easily, and now Huerter will go to the free throw line. Ben Simmons thinks he was fouled. Doc Rivers also thinks he was fouled. Huerter did go across the body, but he got all basketball. He went straight up, and now Simmons has to foul him to prevent an easy layup. So the 76ers are not prepared at all mentally. They're not prepared to fight. You're looking at Embiid. His body language says that he's defeated already. Again, the 76ers had control of this series on numerous occasions and played around. And now Ben Simmons has 2 fouls. Tobias Harris has 2 fouls. And the 76ers, who already have struggled with their bench the entire series, they've gotten big contributions from Shake Milton at times uh, and others. But for the most part, Atlanta's bench has completely outperformed Philadelphia's bench. And now, with key starters out, the 76ers look to be in trouble. Huerter goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Tyrese Maxey gets the ball from Joel Embiid. George Hill looking to find Joel Embiid on the left wing. Embiid clears out against Capella. Double team comes. The Sixers work it around to Maxey. Maxey goes back to Hill in the right corner. Reverse layup for Hill misses. Rebounded to Bogdanovich. So we approach 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and the Sixers only have 8 points. Atlanta already has 20. Good steal by George Hill to play Capella in the post. Capella wasn't quite ready for that double team. And right now the Sixers have to worry about Seth Curry, who might have banged his left shoulder. He's coming up grimacing just a bit. He's still in the game. He's coming off of his 36-point performance, 13 of 19 from the floor, 17 of 12. Pardon me, 7 of 12 from 3. Really just trying to really give these Sixers all that he can to really finish out that game. But again, toward the end of that game, the Sixers really only had Joel Embiid and Seth Curry to make shots. Capella's fouled by George Hill. Clint Capella in this series, 9.4 points per game, 54% from the field, 11 rebounds per game. First free throw is long off the back rim. He misses. Capella had some issues, has had some issues with Joel Embiid here in this series. Embiid has been dominant all series outside of that game 4. But towards the latter part of that game 5, he really started to settle in defensively. And as the pressure mounted on the Sixers, Embiid wasn't able to score at the clip that he did the first 3 quarters when there was no pressure at all. So let's see how Embiid is going to perform today. Embiid turns over the basketball. Bogdanovich comes from the back end, strips him. Hawks trying to build on this 10-point lead. Matisse Thybulle blocks Bogdanovich in the lane. George Hill works it around to Seth Curry. Curry gets a floater. He misses it short. Rebounded by Bogdanovich. Right now, the Hawks are just beating the Sixers to the punch at every turn. Seth Curry, straightaway 3. He knocks it down. The Sixers needed that desperately. It's a 7-point game, 20-13. And a timeout called by Nate McMillan as he's seeing the Hawks play a bit sloppily. 451 to play here in the first. Sixers starting to get some defensive stops. They're still struggling offensively, but their defense is starting to pick up. It's 20-13. Seth Curry just knocked in a three. We'll be back with more as this is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back as Trae Young working the 76ers inside the paint at will, still utilizing that screen and roll to set up those alley-oops for Clint Capella. Now 8 points, 3 assists as Capella finishes the alley-oop. Trae Young 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He's 3 of 3 from the field. He's been to the free throw line, drawing fouls on the three. The 76ers just do not have any answer for him right now. He's playing with immense confidence, and the 76ers are just turning over the basketball. Joel Embiid is not active and engaged. He's struggling from the field. He just missed the free throw line extended jumper. So the Hawks playing from ahead. Trae Young for three, knocks down the left wing 30-footer. George Hill tried to close out, but his butt so much the Sixers can do right now. 25-13, Hawks lead. Embiid in the post against Capella. Straightaway three, Steph Curry. He knocks in another three. 2 threes for Seth Curry. He's trying to keep Philadelphia at arm's length right now, trying to get them to fight through this wave of emotions. But Trae in control. Another long three. He misses the 30-footer, but it was so long the Sixers weren't able to get the rebound, so possession goes back to Atlanta. Trae moving downhill, looking to set up another floater. He misses it, rebounded by Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, the rookie out of Kentucky, very, very solid for the Sixers. Mid-range jumper falls. So it's 25-18. 76ers trying to stay close. Lou Williams working against Maxey, misses. George Hill out on the run. Thought about a three, slows down. He goes to Joel Embiid looking to set up off of the right block. Trae Young tried to swipe from the weak side and get the steal, but he's called for the foul with 3:09 to play. So if you're Atlanta, you're playing as the ideal first quarter of a closeout game. You have the crowd behind you. Your best player is playing at an exceptional level. He's playing all three levels as a scorer. He's knocking down the three-point shot. He's getting in the paint. He's setting up others. He's getting to the free throw line, and the role players around him are following suit. If you're the Sixers, this is the nightmarish first quarter, but you're keeping it close. Timely three-point shots by Seth Curry have made up for the horrible turnovers for the Sixers, the bad body language from the star players in Embiid and Ben Simmons, and then at the same time, you still understand you're in the first quarter. Joel Embiid takes a step back three from the left wing. He misses horribly. Trae Young gets the rebound. Trae Young guarded by Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle has had his issues guarding Trae Young, specifically dealing with foul trouble. Trae Young, while not being able to score against Thybulle, has fouled him so many times that Doc Rivers can't use him to the level that he really wants to use him, especially to take pressure off of Ben Simmons. Seth Curry looking for Embiid. Another double team comes. Embiid faces Capella, and there's going to be an offensive foul against Joel Embiid. He was very out of control. He looked to be trying to draw contact, and as Capella was clearly trying to avoid the contact, Embiid went out of his way to fall into Capella, and they call an offensive foul. So if you're Doc Rivers looking at Embiid play this way, you have to have confidence in your best player, but there is concern because while he's struggling, you don't have any other alternative on your team that can make up for what he does. Lou Will, left wing three. He misses it long. Rebounded by Matisse Thybulle. Good tap out there by George Hill. So it's a 7-point game. Despite Atlanta playing as great as they have, Philadelphia is still within striking distance. Tyrese Maxey, reverse layup. Tough reverse layup from the rookie as he drives left, still able to contort his body and finish at the rim with the reverse. So Philadelphia's on a 7-0 run right now. It's a two-possession game, 25-20. Three-point shot for Herter, falls short. Rebounded by Maxey. Outlet pass to Thibault. Thibault skip pass over to Seth Curry. Left corner three. It rims out. Philadelphia desperately needed that just to wake them up again. Seth Curry's been playing exceptionally well, and that missed three, which rimmed out, turned into a Onigo Ganku slam dunk inside, set up by Lou Will off the pick and roll. Great attack inside and was able to draw defenders and dump it right off to Okonkwo, diving at the rim. Matisse Thybulle, three-point shot, misses. Again, he's not a great three-point shooter, just a great defender. He's made them at times, but if you're Atlanta, you love when he takes the shot because you can live with the results. Lou Will trying to go behind the back to Okonkwo. It's stolen. Seth Curry trying to get to the rim. He finishes on the right side of the rim with the left hand. Philadelphia staying within striking distance here in this first quarter. It's 27-22. Seth Curry's played exceptionally with 8 points, 3 of 5 from the floor. Matisse Thybulle at the top of the key, guarding Kevin Herter. Herter goes to Lou Will, guarded by Maxey in the post. Gallinari guarded by George Hill. Three-point shot for George Hill. Doesn't fall. Dwight Howard tried to get the rebound, and they say it goes off of Dwight Howard's right hand. Good box out there by Solomon Hill to prevent Dwight from getting that rebound. And now Seth Curry heads to the bench. Seth Curry heads to the bench as Shake Milton comes into the game. So Herter, looking to move downhill, sets up another screen and roll for Okonkwo at the rim. He goes up easily as the 76ers just have not been able to stop that pick and dive to the rim. So 11 seconds on the shot clock. Philadelphia should have the final possession. Tyrese Maxey with the basketball. He's played fearless here in this first quarter. Shake Milton for three. Misses the three short. And that will be the end of the first quarter as Atlanta, with Philadelphia on the brink, has a 7-point lead. Trae Young has 11 points here in the first, 4 of 6 from the floor, 3 assists. Stay tuned for more as this is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back as we start this second quarter. 76ers with possession. Tyrese Maxey attacking Kevin Herter. Draws a foul. He'll be going to the free throw line for 2. Tyrese Maxey out of Kentucky, the rookie who has been in and out of the rotation at times, had never let that affect his ability to be engaged. And when his number is called upon, he's always stepped up. There was a stretch where he actually took Shake Milton's spot in the rotation, and he performed valiantly and definitely gave the 76ers the best that he could. But as Shake Milton has stepped up and became more of a scoring threat for the Sixers, especially after that Game 1 outburst that saved that game for Philadelphia. In this series, Maxey is only averaging 6.6 minutes per game, averaging 2.5 points per game. Tonight, Maxey has already outperformed that. In 7 minutes, he has 7 points. The Sixers trying to keep pace with Atlanta right now, who's shooting 57%. Lou Williams, floater inside. He misses it short. Rebounded by Maxey. So Maxey trying to get the Sixers back into the rhythm. Finding Dwight Howard inside. He finishes a slam, and he's fouled by Danilo Gallinari. Great setup by the rookie as he pushed the pace off the rebound, was able to take the screen from Dwight. Dwight just exploded to the rim. Solomon Hill wasn't quite ready to stop that pass. Great pass from Maxey, finding Dwight. Dwight took it and went straight up for the finish. So it's a 4-point game now. If he makes this free throw, it's a 3-point game. He misses it. Dwight historically has not been the best free throw shooter. But Philadelphia was down by as many as 12. They're working their way back. The game is settling down, and Atlanta has to continue to keep up their torrid shooting pace that we saw in the first quarter. Right now, Trae Young isn't on the floor, so the Sixers have to take advantage of this, because When Trae Young comes back in, he's going to be in the group. Danilo Gallinari misses a three. It sails out of bounds. So Philadelphia in their second unit is getting stops right now, and it's only 11. It's only 1 minute that has passed here in the second quarter. So Philadelphia, in their own right, can turn this around. We look at Tobias Harris, who has struggled over the last couple of games. 4 points in game 5. He gets his first basket of the game here, settles in with a mid-range jumper in the post. So it's 29-27. Philadelphia's on a 14-4 run over the last 5 minutes and 33 seconds. Lou Williams, pull-up jumper. He misses it. Rebounded by Solomon Hill. He kicks it out to Gallinari. Gallinari steps up for a three, misses it. 76ers can't come down with the rebound, and possession will stay with Atlanta. As we look at Tobias in the post against Gallinari, off the right block, able to work his way into the middle, fades away, able to get the shot over the outstretched arms of Gallinari, and that's what Philadelphia needs. While they were up by 26, Tobias was allowed to struggle. Everything was flowing. But then when the 76ers went cold and they needed a perimeter scorer to pick it up, Tobias didn't have any rhythm. He has to get it going early and often for the 76ers to realize their potential. Maxey with the floater inside, and it's a tie game at 29. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Therese Maxey with 9 points. He's 4-4 from the field. The 76ers bench is the unit that got them back into the game. They're fighting. They don't want to go home. And now Atlanta has to respond. They came out. They had the crowd behind them. Everything was flowing. But now that their shots aren't falling, they have to figure out how to get better execution, especially if Trae Young isn't on the floor. We'll be back with more as this is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back as we have a tie game here in Atlanta, Game 6. The Hawks trying to finish out Philadelphia. So far, though, they haven't been able to really get as many rebounds as they could have. The Hawks have gone cold, but the Sixers just aren't getting the rebounds. The Hawks are 0 of 7 in this quarter. The Sixers are 3 of 3. The Sixers' missed rebounds are giving the Hawks reload opportunities as John Collins and Trae Young enter the game. Bogdanovich is back into the game as well. Collins at the rim misses a floater, trying to get the rebound, and it goes off of Collins, and it'll be 76ers possession. So this will give them an opportunity to take their first lead of the game. Joel Embiid's on the bench. Ben Simmons is on the bench. This lineup of George Hill, Therese Maxey, Shake Milton, Tobias Harris, and Dwight Howard have gotten them back into the game. Tobias Harris working in the post. Floater. He misses it. Dwight Howard missed Thompson's rebound, and it will go to the Hawks. Trae Young working downhill. He had a number of alley-oops set up for his teammates earlier in the first quarter. He doesn't get the alley-oop set up, but he gets the floater with the left hand. So Hawks back up by 2. Trae Young's been performing exceptionally well tonight in this closeout game. 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field. And George Hill airballs a three from the right wing. Now he comes out of the game. 9:08 to go here in the first half. Ben Simmons is back into the game. Simmons has 2 points. He has 2 fouls. He's being asked to defend Trae Young with foul trouble. Trae Young definitely knows how to maneuver, get opportunities at the rim. He misses a floater. Maxey on the run. Ben Simmons finds him. Pull-up jumper. He misses. Rebounded by Herter. So the Hawks and Sixers going back and forth. 8:46 to play. Hawks have been in control for most of the game, but the Sixers made their run to tie the game at 29. Since then, the Hawks have scored 4 straight points, a layup from Trae Young, and a mid-range jumper from Kevin Herter. Herter tonight, 3 of 4 from the floor, 8 points. Shake Milton trying to attack, set up an alley-oop opportunity. He goes in the post to Ben Simmons. I think he could have had Dwight Howard there if he really wanted it. Milton, step back 3. He misses it as the shot clock is winding down. And now the Hawks out and running once again. Trae Young moving downhill, trying to finish over Maxey. He finishes the layup. And it will be a foul or a timeout. It'll be a timeout for Philadelphia. Hawks on a 6-0 run right now with the return of Trae Young, 35 to 29, thoroughly in the rhythm. Sixers just don't have an answer for him at all. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. The Hawks look to close out the Philadelphia 76ers. Welcome back as the 76ers trail by 6. Joel Embiid enters the game in 10 minutes so far, 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 turnovers. But he definitely has to come in and provide an offensive spark right now, as Trae Young has come in and given the Hawks a spark. And as I say that, he gets a steal as Seth Curry was not in tune with Ben Simmons there, commits the turnover, and now the Hawks on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Another turnover as Joel Embiid and Seth Curry not in tune. So the Sixers' second unit got them back into the game, tied the game at 29. And since then, it's been a 10-0 run, a number of turnovers by Joel Embiid, Seth Curry, and others. And right now, the Hawks back in control. We approach 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Ben Simmons in the post, guarded by John Collins. On the baseline, Ben Simmons with the floater off the glass. It falls. Trae Young thought about a 3, then tried to initiate contact. Ref didn't fall for it. Dribble handoff with Collins and Bogdanovich. Step back 3. Sixers trying to get the rebound. Seth Curry gets it to Ben Simmons. Simmons trying to push. Finds Tobias Harris in the corner. 3-point shot, good. So big 3-point shot for the Sixers right now. Tobias trying to get aggressive here in the second quarter. 39-34, Atlanta leads. Tyrese Maxey still in the game for the Sixers. Collins looking for a guard, finds Herter. Gets it back to Collins with the mismatch of Seth Curry on him. Pulls up for the jumper. We got an offensive foul against Collins. It's a good sacrifice there from Curry on that closeout. Didn't give Collins any space. Put him in a weird position to have to make a play as a facilitator. He wasn't quite ready for that, and then put his elbow into Seth Curry's neck. So Sixers get a stop, trailing by 5. Ben Simmons attacking Collins, doesn't get the layup, misses it, tries to fight for the offensive rebound, can't get the finish, but the ball goes off of Trae Young's knee, so possession will stay with the Sixers. Ben Simmons very aggressive since coming back into the game offensively. Embiid, guarded by Capella. At the rim with the floater, he can't finish. Ben Simmons tries to get the offensive rebound. No call. And now Simmons picks up his 3rd personal foul with 5 minutes and 53 seconds left. A horrible foul considering the Hawks were 94 feet away from the basket. Simmons trying to bump Clint Capella. Capella already clearly had the rebound. Just a horrible foul if you're Ben Simmons. He has 3 fouls in 9 minutes with 4 points. Doc Rivers running the risk here with 5:44 to go. Simmons initially was going to get time to stay on the floor, but he has to go to the bench with 3 fouls. Maxey comes back in. So 5:44 to go. Tyrese Maxey, despite being a rookie, has stepped up here in Game 6. He hasn't missed a shot. He's been very aggressive. He's really provided the spark for Philadelphia when Simmons was out in the first quarter with 2 fouls. Trae Young, step back jumper over Embiid. He misses it long. Rebounded by Tobias Harris. Harris at the top of the key looking for Embiid, goes to Korkmaz. Tobias takes a screen from Embiid, works downhill. Step back jumper. He misses it short, but it bounces off the back rim. The second time, it drops right back in. So it's 39-36. Philadelphia on a 7-0 run, responding to Atlanta's 10-0 run as Trae Young came back into the game. Trae Young commits a turnover initially, but the balls are just bouncing to Philadelphia right now. Embiid had the steal, was getting ready to dribble it. It bounced off of his foot, went straight to Trae Young, and he found Capella for an easy dunk. So it's a 5-point game right now. Trae with 17 points, 5 assists. Tobias at the rim, misses the layup. Offensive rebound, Joel Embiid, and he puts it right back. So Philadelphia trying to keep pace with Atlanta. Atlanta's been in the driver's seat the entire first half. The Sixers are trying to settle down and get stops defensively, but timely baskets by Atlanta keep them ahead. Trae Young moving downhill, moving very crafty. Initially looked to set up the alley-oop. It rims out. But again, Philadelphia just isn't getting the rebound. Those tip outs, those second jumps, not even really corralling the rebound, but just tapping it in a space where your teammate can find it. Those particular possessions where Philadelphia can corral the rebound, they're just not getting it. Bogdanovich takes a screen from Capella, shoots the three, misses it long, rebounded by Korkmaz. We approach 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Philadelphia trailing by 3. They're on a 7-0 run. Embiid takes a double team. They're working around the perimeter. Tobias Harris at the top of the key. Takes a screen from Embiid. Gets it to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Works the baseline. Tries to get a shot off. As the shot clock is winding down, Maxey gets a shot off. It goes off the backboard, and Korkmaz is there to get the finish. If you're Philadelphia, that was helter-skelter all the way. But just the fact that Maxey is able to get the shot off, it hit the rim. Korkmaz is there for the finish. Trae Young finds Herter maneuvering the baseline. Herter was able to flash down the lane just enough to get that finish. So good craftiness there by Trae Young, once again, using the hesitation dribble to work against Philadelphia, get in the paint, and find a teammate. Trae Young with 6 assists here in the first half. It's a 3-point game. Seth Curry thought about a 3 from the left corner. Goes back to Tobias with 6 on the shot clock. The Sixers have to get a shot up. Tobias slams it home. Good aggressive attack from Tobias Harris as he moves downhill. Initially looking to go up for the floater. At least that's what Atlanta thought. But he slammed it home. Tobias with 9 points here in the second quarter. 4 of 8 from the floor. Trae Young, again, trying to maneuver and draw that contact. The referees called the foul, but they say that it's on the floor. We look at Tobias work downhill against John Collins as Clint Capella went to attack Joel Embiid defensively. That just opened up the lane for Tobias to finish the slam. So 2:51 to go here in the first half. Philadelphia's fighting back, trailing by 1. Atlanta still in control, though. They're getting fluid offense now that Trae Young is back in the game. He's working downhill, again, in the paint. The floater off the glass. He can't finish, rebounded by Tobias Harris. So the 76ers, again, have an opportunity to take their first lead of the game. Harris, crossover dribble, attacks. Can't finish the layup. Korkmaz trying to get the offensive rebound. Can't get it. Herter is there. He finds Trae Young, looking for Capella at the rim. Blocked by Joel Embiid. Possession will stay with Atlanta. Good attack there from Tobias Harris. But again, Atlanta getting to those 50-50 balls just enough to keep the lead, get out and run, and find Trae Young. Trae has been a maestro tonight. He's in control. There's not much pressure. Even when he misses, it doesn't feel like he's out of rhythm. Herter, guarded by Korkmaz. Moving downhill, mid-range jumper from Herter. In and out, rebounded by Embiid. Embiid finds Tobias Harris. We approach 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Harris picking up his scoring here in the second quarter with 9 points. Embiid, one-on-one with Capella, mid-range jumper, in and out. Tough miss. Rebounded by Collins. Collins has been quiet here, but he's known to pick it up in the second half. Working downhill against Embiid. 12 on the shot clock, going back to Trae Young. Kicks it out to Collins, straightaway 3. Rebounded by Capella, floated by Capella, no good, but the offensive rebound is there for Kevin Herter. So Hawks back up by 3. 1:24 to go. Tobias Harris looking to find Joel Embiid. He's directing Joel Embiid for the screen. Embiid wants to stay on the block against Capella. Maxey Cross-court pass to Korkmaz. He misses a three from the right corner, and that would have tied the game at 45. So Atlanta dodging a bullet there. But there was definitely some miscommunication with the Sixers and how they were trying to run their offense. Trey kicks it to Carter, and that missed three from Korkmaz, which would have tied the game at 45. Now it's a 6-point swing with Atlanta up by six, 48 to 42. Tobias, guarded by Collins, takes the three, makes the three. Big three for Tobias Harris just to keep the Sixers within striking distance. We're under 40 to play here in the first half. Trae Young's been magnificent, but again, timely baskets from those role players picking up. Trae Young shoots from the logo under pressure from Maxey. Maxey still closed out with the hand up. Trae made it with no issue. Maxey looking to respond, has his drive to the basket deflected, but Trae Young, what a magnificent shot. Tough closeout by Maxey, understanding the range of Young, but Young is just in a different rhythm right now. Hawks up 51 to 45. Trae Young with 20 points, 8 of 14 from the floor. And B, trying to attack Capella, finishes the layup, looking for a foul, no call. The shot clock is off though, so Atlanta will get possession. 13 points, 13.1 seconds left. Trae Young just knocked down a logo three, so now Maxey has to step up. Step back three for Young. Tried to draw the foul, no call. Sixers get the rebound. Can they get a shot up? They will not, but they will go into the half trailing by 4. Atlanta is up by 4. The 76ers outscore the Sixers by 3 in the second quarter. They had multiple opportunities to take the lead, but the Hawks got timely baskets from Kevin Huerter. Obviously, Trae Young's been magnificent, moving downhill, finding teammates, getting loose ball and opportunities for Clint Capella and others. But again, when you look at what the Hawks have done, they've been in control the entire game. They led the entire half. Also, they've been able to get those timely three-point shots. When you look at the stat sheets right now for both teams, the Sixers actually picked up their field goal percentage. They're at 41%. The Hawks are at 45%. The Sixers 4 of 15 from 3. The Hawks are 4 of 13 from 3. But the difference is it's who's making the threes. Trae is making the threes, and when he's making the threes, it takes so much pressure off of everybody else. If you're the Sixers, you're not getting your shooters to knock down threes, and then you have to deal with the foul trouble from Ben Simmons, who is a facilitator for others who don't necessarily know how to create for themselves. The free throw shooting right now, Philadelphia is 1 of 3. Atlanta's 3 of 7. Rebounding favors Philadelphia, but one of the things that, in my opinion, is hurting Philadelphia is 50-50 balls. They have the rebounding advantage, but they've had multiple opportunities to give rebounds that they just couldn't corral, and those third and fourth opportunities for Atlanta have given them opportunities to score. Also, when you look at the turnovers, Philadelphia has 7 turnovers, Atlanta has 5 points over those turnovers. Philadelphia has given up 8 points off for turnovers compared to Atlanta's 7. So Philadelphia has somewhat evened that out towards the latter part of this half, but that first quarter was horrendous. When you look at the majority of their turnovers, they're coming from one player. Joel Embiid has 4 of the 76ers' 7 turnovers, and he just has not played well in this first half, especially being an MVP candidate and the engine that drives this team. Embiid in 18 minutes, 4 of 11 from the floor, 8 points, 4 turnovers. He has 6 rebounds, but he hasn't gotten to the free throw line. He's settled, and he just hasn't been able to really embrace that double team as he did at the latter part of the early part of this first couple of games in the series. But much respect to the Sixers' second unit, as Tyrese Maxey is 4 of 7 from the floor in 18 minutes. He had to step up while Ben Simmons has been in foul trouble. 9 points, 4 of 7 from the floor, very aggressive. He has 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Also, Seth Curry got the Sixers going in that first quarter with a number of threes to keep them within striking distance. And then Tobias Harris had a big second quarter with 12 points. 5 of 10 from the floor for Tobias. he's really been trying to respond, especially after going 2 for 9 in game 5. For Atlanta, I mentioned Trae Young's magnificent performance. His 20 points have really led the charge for Atlanta. Outside of him, he hasn't gotten much scoring from anyone else outside of Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter has 15 points, 6 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3, and a number of timely baskets that have kept Atlanta ahead as Philadelphia has looked to make their run. Their second unit hasn't really gotten much going, and again, outside of Huerter, there's not many supporting Trae Young. But again, Trae is just moving downhill, finding teammates in certain positions to get timely baskets, and Atlanta has sustained the lead. Let's see what Philadelphia will do to adjust to Trae Young and how he's just been able to manipulate their defense, get into the paint, and find others or create opportunities for himself. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back as we start the second half. The Atlanta Hawks up 51-47, 24 minutes away from eliminating the number 1 seed in the East, the Philadelphia 76ers. The first possession for the Sixers, though, they get a big 3 from Seth Curry to cut the deficit to 1, 51-50. Trae Young had 20 points in the first half, and he scored or assisted on 35 of Atlanta's 51 points. So he's definitely been in control of the game. But Philadelphia right now trying to take their first lead of the game. They've been at this point for many possessions in the second quarter, but they just couldn't get the right layups to fall or a 3 would rim out. Let's see can they take their first lead of the game right here. They do not. Tobias Harris misses the mid-range jumper short, and Atlanta trying to get out and run and get Trae Young the basketball. He gets the basketball, but Ben Simmons cuts him off. Pick and roll for Trae Young. He gets it to John Collins in the right corner. Collins, pull-up jumper, misses it short. Rebounded by Seth Curry. Seth Curry looks to get out and run. He finds Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, straightaway 3, knocks it down. So Philadelphia has come all the way back. They trail by as many as 12, and they've taken their first lead of the game, 53-51, with 10:30 left here in the third quarter. Now, Atlanta's been in control for most of the game. Trae Young, as I mentioned, has been the ultimate conductor. He's done everything he wanted to do, and Philadelphia has been in retreat mode. But now the defense of Philadelphia is settling in, and we're seeing how Atlanta responds to Philadelphia's run. Seth Curry knocks in a 3 to give Philadelphia a 5-point lead, 56-51. So back-to-back threes for Philadelphia. Seth Curry with 14 points, 4 of 5 from 3. Capella to John Collins, straightaway 3. He misses it short, rebounded by Korkmaz. So Ben Simmons gets the basketball. Seth Curry 3, knocks it down. So big 3 from Seth Curry, and now Philadelphia has an 8-point lead. 9:45 to go here in the third quarter. How will Atlanta respond to the first time for the first time with them getting hit in the mouth? This is game 6. Atlanta has an opportunity to close out the number 1 seed. For Philadelphia, they're trying to get home court back with an opportunity to at least finish this series at home. Let's see how it closes out. We'll be back. Still early in the third. 9:45 to go. Philadelphia leads Atlanta 59-51. Welcome back. Welcome back as the Philadelphia 76ers have gone on a 12-0 run to start the second half. They're up 59-51. Big 3-pointers made by Seth Curry. And now Bogdanovich wide open. He misses the corner 3. Ben Simmons gets the rebound. So 76ers looking to push the pace. Simmons looking for a teammate. Turns it over as it goes off of Trae Young. Korkmaz was ready for the 3 in the right corner, but Trae Young was also ready for that 3 as well. Simmons has dealt with foul trouble in the first half. 3 fouls for Simmons. He was very much aggressive, especially in the second quarter, but the Sixers just weren't quite able to get Embiid going. He's still struggling from the floor, 4 of 12. But again, Philadelphia up by 8. Trae Young had an exceptional first half. He turns over the basketball here. Good deflection by Korkmaz. Seth Curry, mid-range jumper, in the groove, knocks it down. So the Philadelphia 76ers now have a double-digit lead at 10. This is their largest lead of the game. The 11 points for Seth Curry here in this quarter have added up to 19 for him overall for the game. Trae Young trying to split defenders, gets a floater, it turns into an alley-oop for Clint Capella. So let's see, will Atlanta settle down with 8:30 to go here in the third quarter? Dribble handoff to Korkmaz. Korkmaz looking for Curry. Curry has it going. He gets inside, tries to maneuver, finds Ben Simmons. Simmons blows the layup. Tough miss there. Great setup there by Seth Curry. All Simmons had to do was go up and dunk it. He misses it. 61 to 53, 8:13 to go. Curry, as I mentioned in the first half, although he had 8 in the first half, he had some huge three-pointers at the end of the first to keep Philadelphia in striking distance. So he played a huge role along with the second unit to really keep Philly in it. Bogdanovich trying to draw Embiid off for a foul. Embiid doesn't fall for it, but the step back is there. He knocks in the three, so it's a 5-point game. That missed layup by Simmons turns into a 5-point swing. Simmons goes to Harris. Harris looking for Embiid to set the screen. Harris trying to go downhill, but Embiid is called for the foul against John Collins. So Philadelphia, while they were up 10, a quick 5-0 run for Atlanta gets them back into the game. And if you're Atlanta, you know you can play as long as Philadelphia is under pressure. When Philadelphia is under pressure, they start to commit turnovers, and this is the ultimate situation where they would be under pressure. Back against the wall, you're down 3-2 on the road, especially after blowing a 26-point lead at home in Game 5 that would have gave them a 3-2 lead. Unfortunately, the Sixers just collapsed in the worst way in front of their home crowd. Backcourt by Bogdanovich as the ball goes off of his knee. He tried to pick it up in the backcourt. Embiid comes right back. He misses a three. It rims out. Trae Young moving downhill against Embiid. Doesn't go for the layup. Dribbles it back out to the three-point line. Tobias Harris is there. Trying to draw contact. They call a travel against Trae as he tried to, again, initiate that contact. Referees saw him shuffle his feet. This is the unnatural shooting motion that the league is trying to eliminate going into next year. Some of these shots that these players are taking, not just Trae Young, but others as well, to try to get contact and get to the foul line is just getting out of hand. And sometimes when you're dominant and you use it like that, it tends to come back and haunt you once you abuse it to that level. Joel Embiid gets a fadeaway jumper to fall. Embiid now 6 of 15. And John Collins gets a pass from Trae Young. Embiid 6 of 15 from the floor, 13.6 rebounds. 6:40 to go here in the third. The 76ers have come storming back. They trailed by as many as 12 in the first half. They trailed by 4 in the second, coming into the second half, 51 to 47. They went on the 12-0 run that ended up giving them the lead, and then they increased their lead to 10. Since then, they maintained the lead. They're up 7. So Atlanta's trying to work their way back into it and get this crowd behind them. Bogdanovich guarded by Seth Curry. Bogdanovich working downhill. Good deflection by Seth Curry. And the Sixers able to get out and run. Korkmaz pulls up from 3. Left wing 3. Good. So big 3 for Korkmaz to get that lead back up to 10 and give the Sixers some breathing room. Good defense in the paint by Seth Curry to force that turnover. The Sixers are 5 of 6 from 3. Atlanta's 1 of 4. Trae Young trying to get it inside to Collins. Guarded by Tobias Harris. Good defense by Harris and Joel Embiid. Missed by Collins. Simmons is there for the rebound. Simmons trying to find Harris. Back to Curry. 3-point shot for Curry. Rims out. Sixers get back defensively, so it's an easy rebound for the Hawks. Trae Young moving downhill. He's fouled on a floater, so he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Tough miss there for Curry as it rimmed out. but the Sixers have gotten it going defensively, and that's what's really gotten them able to get out and run. Oh, that deflection wasn't Seth Curry; it was actually Simmons, and the Sixers were able to get it out to Tobias, who found Korkmaz for a wide open three on the left wing. So we got a timeout on the floor. 5:53 to go here in the third. Sixers up 10, fighting for their lives. They're the number one seed in the East, but they're down 3-2 to the fifth seed, Atlanta Hawks. Let's see. Can the Sixers finish this game? They have multiple games in this series where they've allowed the Hawks to come back. Trailing by 18 in the game four at home, the Hawks battled back. They won that game by 3. Trailing by 26 on the road in game 5, they were able to come back and win that game by 3. Can the Sixers hold on to a double-digit lead tonight? If they cannot, their series and this season will be done. Stay tuned for more. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back as the 76ers lead by 10, 66 to 56, 5:53 to go. Big third quarters by Seth Curry and big big quarters by Tobias Harris and Korkmaz have allowed the Sixers to open up this 10-point lead. Trae Young misses the first free throw. He makes the second, so Sixers lead by 9, 66 to 57. Here in this quarter, Atlanta's 2 of 10. Philadelphia is 7 of 12. Simmons looking to set up Korkmaz. Korkmaz thought about a 3, instead goes to Embiid in the post. Embiid, fadeaway jumper, knocks it down. So 2 fadeaway jumpers for Embiid is a good look. Now the Sixers go up by 11, 68 to 57. Embiid, 7 of 16, 15 points, 6 rebounds. Trae Young looking to set up Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich, floater inside, knocks it down. So good movement off the ball by Bogdanovich to keep the Sixers moving. So we approach 5 minutes to go here in the third. Simmons battling foul trouble in the first half with 3. Hasn't committed a foul just yet. Korkmaz battling through a screen, works his way on the right baseline. Fadeaway jumper, no call. Good defense by Trae Young as Korkmaz shoots an air ball. He thought it was foul. Trae Young trying to maneuver off a screen from Capella. Alley-oop for Collins. Takes the contact and he slams it home on Embiid's head. It looks like Embiid was hit in the face. We're gonna look at the alley-oop. He finishes it, but if you look at the replay, it looks as if Collins hooks Embiid's neck. Let's see if they review this. But if you look at Collins and how Collins just rose up, he rose up at such a clip, and now Embiid's on the ground. Embiid's on the floor. Obviously, anytime Embiid hits the floor, you want to, or if you're the 76ers faithful, you always are worried considering what he's gone through in his career, the battles with injuries that he's had to deal with, most notably right now with a slightly torn meniscus in his right knee. He rose up to try to stop that alley-oop, and you can see Collins grab his neck while he's rising in the air. If they review this, they could reverse this call and give the foul to Collins. I'm not sure they will, but there is stoppage in play as they're trying to tend to Embiid right now. Right now, Hawks down by 7 with an opportunity, as of right now, to get an M1. We'll see what happens when we come back from commercial, but the 76ers lead Atlanta 68 to 61. Atlanta's trying to build momentum. Stay tuned. So we come back. They don't challenge. They were more so tending to Embiid as he has some issues with his nose or his eye. Collins completes the M1, so it's 68 to 62. Embiid trying to go at Capella. He has it deflected. Trae Young moving downhill. Takes contact from Korkmaz. He gets a layup. So it's a 4-point game. It's a 4-point game, and Atlanta is on a 7-0 run right now. We approach 4 minutes to play. That quick, things can change. If you're Atlanta, you continue to keep the pressure on Philadelphia because they've shown they can play well under pressure in this series. Tobias Harris trying to put it into that narrative as he finishes a layup at the rim. So Sixers back up 2 possessions, 70-64. Herter on the left wing, moving downhill, fadeaway jumper. He misses it, rebounded by Embiid. So Sixers get to stop. Ben Simmons pushing the pace, finds Korkmaz. Korkmaz thought about a three with the pump fake, takes the pump fake, then sidesteps to the left as Gallinari went flying by. Danilo Gallinari tried to close out there. The three rims out. Trae Young moving downhill, misses the floater, and Embiid with another rebound. So the pace is favoring Philadelphia right now, but I think later in the game that would favor Atlanta. Tobias Harris finishes the layup though and puts Philadelphia back up 8. Trae Young setting up John Collins for a three. He misses it long, rebounded by Herter. Gets it to Trae Young, 30-footer, knocks it down. Those are the reloads that I was talking about at halftime. There's rebounds that Philadelphia can get and build on their lead, but because they're not getting the rebounds, it's giving Atlanta opportunities, multiple opportunities to get points on the board. 72-67. Tobias Harris working against Gallinari. Fadeaway jumper, falls short. Sixers can't get the rebound. Trae Young there to push. Has Korkmaz on him. Pulls up for three. He misses it long. Rebounded by Ben Simmons. Simmons gets a great push ahead to Korkmaz, and Korkmaz doesn't get the call. Collins is there to defend without fouling, stays vertical, and now the Hawks are on a 5-4 break, and Gallinari knocks down the three. So a big time swing there as Korkmaz had a layup. He thought it would be fouled. No call. Good contest there by Collins. But that miss turned into an open three-pointer for Gallinari. Seth Curry looking to respond. Gets the 3 points right back. 75-70. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. This will be a bomb burner. It will come down to the wire. Who will execute the best? Seth Curry, 22 points here in this game. 14 here in the third. Gallinari trying to finish over Embiid. He does. So it's a 3-point game now, 75-72. Sixers have led by as many as 11 here in this quarter. The Hawks' largest lead of the game has been 12. Seth Curry working to the right corner, gets it to Embiid. Embiid straightaway three, misses it long. All of Embiid's threes have missed. Trae Young is attacking ad nauseum. There's nothing that the Sixers can do. He's uncontested many times, and I think the physicality or lack thereof, because of how he draws fouls, is definitely in Philadelphia's head. They haven't been able to stop him. We got a blocking foul against Gallinari as Tobias Harris tries to draw contact. So it's 75-74 with 57 seconds left to go in the third. Sixers up 1, but Atlanta is responding. Like I said, Sixers were up by as many as 11 here in the third. But every time the Sixers go up by 10 or 11, the Hawks respond with a 6-0 run, 8-0 run, 7-0 run, just to keep the game within striking distance and put pressure on Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the one under pressure right now. Their season is on the brink. They need this win to keep their season alive. If you're Atlanta, you already exceeded expectations. You're the 5th seed. You're the younger team. You lack the experience. So playing with no pressure has allowed for them to extremely play at a high level. George Hill knocks in a huge three. The Sixers needed that desperately. George Hill airballed the three earlier in the first half, but he knocked in a three there, putting Philadelphia up 4. Skip pass from Gallinari to Solomon Hill. He works it to Kevin Herter. Straightaway three, no good. Rebounded by Hill. Hill finds Tobias Harris. Harris with 30 seconds left, trying to work downhill. Mid-range jumper, knocks it down, and we got a foul. Okay, so the basket will count as Tobias Harris knocks in the mid-range jumper. So Philadelphia is up by 6, but you got a loose ball foul against Dwight Howard as he was flashing down the lane. trying to clear Danilo for the box out. But the basket counts because the foul happened after the basket is made. So because Philadelphia, but I don't understand, right? The basket should count. It should be 80 to 74. Okay, the basket counts, but because Philadelphia is in the penalty, Danilo Gallinari will go to the free throw line to get 2 free throws. This game has been a game of runs. To start this game, Atlanta came out rough shot all over Philadelphia. The crowd was behind them, and it looked as if Philadelphia was still reeling from that 26-point blown lead that they had in Game 5. But the second unit for Philadelphia responded, got the Sixers back into the game, and big shout out to Seth Curry for keeping the Sixers in striking distance at the end of that first quarter. And at the start of this third quarter, he just came out gunning at a level that really is saving the Sixers season right now. Tyrese Maxey misses a jumper, 1 second on the shot clock. Lou Williams at the buzzer doesn't get the 3. But Philadelphia will go into the fourth up by 4. 12 minutes left in their season potentially. They're down 3-2 in this series. They're on the road. Their season is on the brink. They outscored the Hawks by 8 in that quarter, and it's giving them an opportunity to go into the fourth and finish out this game. They haven't got the best offensive game for Joel Embiid. Can he pick it up with the season on the line? You got Tobias Harris picking up his scoring. You got Seth Curry playing out of his mind right now, putting the Sixers on his back, 8 of 12 from the floor, 6 of 8 from 3, 22 points. This is on a hill of 36 points the night before, where he had 7 3-pointers made, 7 of 12. I mentioned Embiid struggled from the floor, 7 of 17, 1 of 4 from 3, 15 points. But Tobias Harris has picked it up, especially from the second quarter on, 8 of 15 from the floor, 18 points. Ben Simmons, he hasn't really gotten it going offensively because he's dealt with foul trouble, but he has 7 rebounds, he has 5 assists. He didn't pick up a foul in that third quarter, so that gives him more flexibility to be aggressive defensively. The 76ers bench didn't really get anything going offensively in that third quarter, but they didn't really have to because Doc Rivers was able to ride the starting five for the majority of that quarter. 12 minutes to go. Let's see who closes out the best. Whoever does will come away with this victory. Will it be Atlanta? Will they finish the number 1 seed in 6 games? Or will Philadelphia take home court back with an opportunity to finish this game on Sunday? Stay tuned. This is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back as we start this fourth quarter. Atlanta has Trae Young on the bench. They trail by 4. Lou Williams played a huge part in the Hawks coming back in Game 5. He had 15 points in that game, 7 of 10 from the floor. Gallinari going against Tobias Harris. Fadeaway jumper. Off the glass. Tough shot. Great defense from Tobias. Just better offense. And you live with those results. George Hill gets it to Maxey. Maxey hasn't scored in that third, but let's see how he does in the fourth. He misses the layup. Dwight Howard mistimes his jump. Lou Williams on the run. Throws an alley. And it is blocked by Thibault. Matisse Thibault blocked that alley-oop attempt. That would have tied the game at 80 and really got this crowd on their feet. Let's see if Okongwu, who was about to finish the slam, can make his free throws and tie this game at 80. Coming into this quarter, Sixers led by 4. They outscored Atlanta by 8 in that quarter. First free throw for Okongwu, no good. We look at the alley-oop set up by Lou Williams. Lou, perfect pass, but Matisse Thybulle, who was a second-team All-NBA defensive player, tried to make a magnificent play there. Tough call on the foul, but you got to call it. Second free throw for Okongwu, no good. He misses both, so the Sixers dodge a bullet there. So they have an opportunity to build on their 2-point lead. The Sixers have only had 3 free throws in this game. Tobias Harris, off the dribble, looking to attack, takes contact, Can't finish the layup with the left hand. Rebounded by Okongu. He finds Lou Williams. Lou guarded by Maxey. Crossover dribble, working the baseline. Blocked by Maxey. And they say possession will stay with the Hawks. 15 on the shot clock, but tough move there by Lou and good recovery from the rookie as the block was there. Lou thought he was fouled. Just a tough possession. Okongu gets it to Solomon Hill. Over to Bogdanovich, mid-range jumper. No good, but we got a foul. Another foul by Matisse Thybulle. And as I said earlier in the game, Thybulle struggles with committing fouls. He's an exceptional defensive player in his limited time. But he fouls and he falls for a lot of pump fakes that players use against him. And because he commits fouls, especially in these situations, as Bogdanovich misses the first free throw, the Hawks are 7 of 15 from the free throw line. Despite the Sixers only getting 3 free throws, the Hawks aren't cashing in at the line like they should. Second free throw for Bogdanovich, no good. So 4 straight misses for Atlanta, rebounded by Dwight Howard. Maxey trying to move downhill, takes contact. It'll be a blocking foul on Solomon Hill, and Maxey will go to the free throw line to try to build on this 2-point lead. 10:30 to go here in the fourth. Atlanta doesn't have Trae Young on their floor. Philadelphia doesn't have Embiid or Ben Simmons. Tobias Harris is out there. Maxey with 9 points in the first half. Again, didn't score in the third. Let's see what he does here in the fourth. First free throw is good, and the 76ers need that in the worst way, considering the fact that they can be very, very streaky with field goals. They can go on runs like we saw in the third where they look amazing, and then they can go on runs where they can go long stretches without scoring. So Maxey misses the second free throw, but the offensive rebound is there for Thybulle. 7 on the shot clock. Tobias Harris attacking, trying to finish. He's blocked at the rim by Okongu. So Sixers up by 3. They only get 1 free throw only get 1 point out of that possession. Lou Will moving downhill. Thought about a mid-range jumper, kicks it out to Gallinari. Gallinari already made a tough shot earlier in this quarter. He had the ball, guarded by Hill, steps up for 3. He misses it. Can the Sixers get the rebound? Dwight Howard gets the rebound, and he's fouled by Solomon Hill. So we look at Tobias attacking Okongu at the rim. Okongu comes down strong with the right hand, almost like a hammer, as Tobias tried to go up with 2 hands and finish that, but it was just nothing he could do. Okongu was already at the apex and coming down on Tobias. So Sixers up by 3 with possession. Under 10 minutes to go. Their season is on the line. Maxey, straightaway 3. Knocks it down. So big 3 for the Hawks. Big 3 for the Sixers. And now they're up by 6. 84-78. Lou Will attacking. And a steal by Maxey. Ben Simmons back into the game. 9:30 to play. Big 3 for the Sixers as Maxey was able to knock down that 3. Herter went under the screen. Maxey another 3. He knocks that down. Big 3 for Tyrese Maxey, and we got a foul against Atlanta. So we're gonna review. They have to review the foul. The 3-pointer was already made. So the Sixers are up by 9. All right, so they're reviewing the foul. 87-78. Sixers lead. Big 3-pointers made. Big 3-pointers made by Tyrese Maxey to open up this lead. The fighting through the screen was Lou Williams. And you can see Dwight Howard pushed Lou on the floor as the ball is going through the basket. So let's see, did they call a double foul on both, or do they call an offensive foul or a loose ball foul on Dwight? And Lou Will is demonstrative with the ref about being hit in the head by Dwight. So the three is good because the foul occurs after the shooting motion. After the Okay, so they take away the basket because they're giving the foul to Lou Williams instead of Dwight. So it's a 6 point game. Sixers get possession. So Lou Will is saying that the foul shouldn't be on him. It should be on Dwight. Dwight probably wishes that the foul's on him so that they can get those 3 points. That would have given them a 3 possession lead with 9:24 to go. Uh, Nevertheless, they get possession. The only thing that if you're worried about if you're Doc Rivers is that whole stretch where they were reviewing the call killed your momentum. So let's see what happens. Embiid with the basketball going against Capella. Fadeaway jumper for Embiid goes off the rim. Fighting for that offensive rebound is Ben Simmons, and we got a foul against Ben Simmons. Ben can't believe the call. Both teams desperately need possessions right now. Trey Young is back into the game. Lou Will with the basketball, looking to find Herter. Herter with the pump fake, looking to work the baseline. Finds Gallinari. Gallinari is cut off by Ben Simmons, and possession will stay with Atlanta. 9 on the shot clock. Ben Simmons closed out perfectly on Gallinari there. Got the deflection. It looks like a travel, honestly. But what happened was Gallinari was able to throw the ball off Simmons right before he hit the ground because it would have been called a travel. But he threw it off of Simmons right in time, and the ball went off of Simmons' foot. So 9 on the shot clock, Sixers up 6. We're under 9 to play. Atlanta has an opportunity to close out the #1 seed here at home. The Sixers have an opportunity to push this series to 7, take home court back, and have an opportunity to win in front of their home crowd. Let's see what happens. 8:54 to play. Gallinari will be inbounding deep into the uh, right corner. He finds Capella. Capella's looking for Trey. Trey pushes off on George Hill, gets the basketball at the top of the key. 4 on the shot clock. Trying to draw contact. He goes off the glass. Can't get the call, and he misses the layup. So Tobias Harris on the run. Harris finds Maxey. Maxey looking for Embiid. Goes to Embiid, guarded by Gallinari. Gallinari with the deflection. So Embiid, very, very, very soft in establishing his position there. The attempt to deflect that dribble was very soft by Gallinari, yet Embiid wasn't really forceful in getting that possession. Maxey with the ball. Pull-up jumper, mid-range. He misses it short. Tough miss there. Trey Young with the basketball, this time guarded by George Hill. He takes the screen from Capella. Straightaway 3, knocks it down. Knocks it down. So now we're in a 1 possession game. We approach 8 minutes to go. That's why that Maxey 3-pointer that was taken away was so big, because now you need all the points you can get with the explosiveness of Trey on display. Sixers up 3, 7:50 to go. Embiid with the basketball. Takes a jumper over Capella. It rims out. Collins with the basketball. He finds Herter. Collins looking for Trey. Trey just knocked down a 30-footer. He might pull up for one right here. Blocked by Simmons. Big block. And he's fouled by Trey Young. So big block by Ben Simmons, utilizing his length. 6'11". Trey, mostly known to utilize his range, especially in situations like this. Ben was ready, caught it at the apex, and blocked. So 7:35 to play. The Sixers are up 3, but three-point leads against exceptionally shooting teams like Atlanta, like Golden State, don't exist because of Steph Curry, because of Trey Young. Also Portland with the likes of Damian Lillard. And we got an offensive foul against Ben Simmons on that screen. So not only is it a fifth foul on Ben Simmons, but it's a turnover for Philadelphia at the worst time because they're not getting shots. You see Ben move on that screen just a bit, and now Ben has 5 fouls in 22 minutes. He's battled foul trouble all night. He had 3 fouls in the first half. He didn't commit a foul in the third, but already has 2 here in the fourth. Trae Young, floater. He misses it, rebounded by Embiid. And Embiid is fouled. So now this is a big foul for Atlanta because now they're over the limit. With 7 minutes to go here in the fourth, the Sixers have Atlanta over the limit, and they can attack, especially with Embiid, who's known to be a great free throw shooter. Although in Game 5, after going 9 of 9 at the free throw line, with the Sixers down 3 and 10 seconds to go, he missed 2 free throws. He missed 2 free throws that would have cut it to 1 and given him an opportunity to extend the game. But missing those 2 free throws allowed for Atlanta to get the rebound, get fouled, extend the lead to 5, and essentially end the game. But first free throw for Embiid is good, 85-81. Let's see if Embiid can get things going here in the fourth. Tonight, 16 points. He's 1 of 1 at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. Second free throw is good, 86-81. 7:07 to go. Trae Young, 30 feet away from the basket, looking to work downhill. At the rim, blocked by Embiid. 11 on the shot clock. And it'll be a stoppage on the floor. 6:55 to go. Atlanta trails by 5. Philadelphia is up by 5. Atlanta has an opportunity to close out this series. Philadelphia needs this win to push it back to Game 7. We'll be back with more as this is a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the 76ers lead Atlanta 86-81. Kevin Huerter comes out of that timeout, misses a 3. Ben Simmons looking to push. He slows down. We're under 7 to go here in the fourth. And now the Hawks go to the hack-a-bin strategy. The game is close. They need points. You run the risk of, if you're Philly, losing out on possessions because Ben is such a bad free throw shooter. Ben in the previous game went 4-14. Let's see what he does tonight. First free throw, good. So he steps up under pressure, makes the first. In this series, shooting horrible from the free throw line. In the playoffs, shooting 33%. But here under pressure, can he come up big? Second free throw. He misses it short, and the offensive rebound can't go to the Sixers. Embiid tried to get it, slapped it up in the air, but it went off. It went off the shot clock, so possession goes to Atlanta. Sixers get 1 point out of that. They're up by 6. 6:30 to go. Kevin Huerter being chased by Seth Curry. Thought about the mid-range, takes the mid-range. He misses it, rebounded by Tobias Harris. So again, the Hawks go to the hack-a-bin strategy. He just went 1 of 2. The Sixers are up 6. Any points they can get right now works as long as they can get stops. If the Hawks hit a 3 or get or trade 2s for 3s, then we have an issue. In this series, Simmons 13 of 41 at the free throw line. First free throw is good for Simmons. Sixers up 7. Second free throw, no good. Sixers can't get the offensive rebound. So the Hawks trail by 7. Trae Young for 3. He misses it. Offensive rebound, Capella. 3-point shot, Gallinari is no good. But offensive rebound, John Collins. And a foul called against Harris. So the Sixers got the stops, but they weren't able to get the rebounds. Now Collins goes to the free throw line looking to get 2 points back that will go you're trading 2 for 1. So if you're Philly, you know with Ben missing free throws, you got to get stops to make up for his missed free throws. First free throw for Collins drops in. So this is the adjustment now as uh, Doc Rivers takes Ben Simmons out of the game with 6 minutes to go. Uh, if you take Ben out the game, uh, the Hawks can't run with the hacker Ben, and Maxi's been playing really good here tonight. So you're confident in how he'll play under pressure. The Hawks can only run with a hacker Ben strategy until under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. So the foul by Atlanta against Seth Curry doesn't work in their favor now because Seth Curry, a solid free throw shooter, will go to the free throw line looking to put Philadelphia up 7. Seth Curry has been amazing tonight. 22 points, big third quarter with 14 points. First free throw for Curry is good. A huge response by Philadelphia as Atlanta came out like gangbusters. They were up by as many as 12. The crowd was behind them. It looked as if Philadelphia was still reeling from their Game 5 defeat. But they responded from the second quarter on and just have made this a fight all the way to the end. 5:50 to go. Atlanta down 7. Trae Young trying to draw a foul, doesn't get the call. Capella's fouled by Tobias Harris. And if you're Philadelphia, this is a good foul because Capella's such a bad free throw shooter. So Trae Young took the screen. Capella rolled to the rim. And tonight, Capella, really solid game. He's not really rebounding at the clip that the Hawks need, but 10 points, 5 of 9 from the floor. He misses the first. The free throw line for Atlanta, if they lose this game, they'll look back at that and say that's where they lost the game. They're 9 of 18 from the free throw line, 50%. Second free throw for Capella is good, so he gets 1 point out of that. Sixers up 6, 5:45 to go. Tyrese Maxey in the game for Ben Simmons as the Hawks went to the hacker Ben strategy on 3 straight possessions. Seth Curry looking for Embiid. Finds Tobias Harris. Straightaway 3. He misses it off the back rim, and it doesn't fall, but Embiid is there. Can he get the putback? He does. So 92-84, Sixers lead. We approach 5 minutes to go. Embiid's picking up his game here in the second half. 19 points, 11 rebounds. Trae Young, pick and roll with John Collins, and we get a travel. As he tried to anticipate the contact from Embiid, he shuffled his feet trying to go into Embiid. So Sixers up by 8 with 5:12 to go. If you're Atlanta, you know that you're still in this game based on what you came back from in Game 5. If you're Philly, you have to continue to execute and get great shots. Seth Curry with the basketball gets it over to Tobias. 10 on the shot clock on the right wing. Crossover dribble, gets it to Curry. 5 on the shot clock. Curry working downhill. Goes for the floater, doesn't get the call. And the Sixers get back defensively. Trae Young with the basketball, guarded by Tobias Harris. Gets it to her. A good close out there by Seth Curry. George Hill guarding Trae Young. Now Tobias Harris on Trae Young as the mismatch is there with Collins and Hill. But the alley-oop was initially there for Capella, but there's a foul on the floor. So this foul is against George Hill, trying to box out Capella in the midst of him catching that ball on the rim. So Capella just went 1 for 2 at the free throw line in the series, 4 for 11. Is 11 points tonight. Can he get some big free throws down the stretch? He makes the first. So he's showing that he can stay in the game. And Nate McMillan has shown some confidence in him despite his lack of free throw shooting. Second free throw for Capella. He misses it short. Can Philadelphia get the rebound? They do. George Hill chases it down. So Maxey with the basketball, coming up huge here, playing great minutes for Philadelphia while Ben Simmons is out. We approach 4 minutes to play. Ball deflected from Embiid. 8 on the shot clock. Embiid still wants the basketball. Tobias has to make a play. He goes to Seth Curry. 2 on the shot clock. Curry misses the 3. Embiid with the rebound. Finishes the layup, but they call an offensive foul. And you see John Collins and Embiid going at it. Let's see what happens here. As John Collins and Embiid, this is not what you want to see if you're Philadelphia. This is not what you want to see in any way, shape, or form. 92 to 85, 4 minutes to go. Philadelphia up by 7. There was a missed shot by Seth Curry, and Embiid got the rebound. Let's see what happens here. So Embiid goes up. He gets hit. He hits Collins in the face. Offensive foul. Let's see what Collins does when he goes down. So he gets hit. Embiid goes down. Then Collins pushes Embiid. And then Trey pushes Embiid. So I think there will be technical fouls both ways. As you can see, Collins pushing Embiid on the floor. So once he pushes Embiid on the floor, then Embiid got up and just walked him down with his hands out. He didn't push him. Well, he pushed him with his body, but he didn't push him with his hands. All he did was walk him down with his hands out. All right, so let's see what happens here. Obviously, they're going to review it. It all started with the push from Collins with Embiid on the floor. That came with just Collins taking exception to Embiid falling on him while Embiid was waiting for the call. As he pushed Embiid took exception to the push, so he got right up. And as Collins got up, Embiid already had his hands out, walking him down behind the stanchion. As he's pushing him behind the stanchion with his body, Trae Young comes and pushes Embiid in defense of his teammate. There's no punches thrown, nobody left the benches, but depending on circumstance and how referees see the situation, will a player get ejected? Who gets more technicals, one side or the other? Will the Hawks get 2 technical fouls to where Philadelphia get a free throw? Will the Sixers get two technical fouls to where the Hawks get a free throw? You never know. But this, especially with 4 minutes to go in the game, is a sensitive time. And B was already starting to settle in offensively and get to that free throw line. The Sixers have the Hawks with the penalty. You don't want to take away your best foul threat because of these technical fouls. And at the same time, if you're Atlanta, you need all of your weapons on the floor to create mismatches against Philadelphia. And Collins has been one of those mismatches with his ability to stretch the floor and be a lob threat for Trae Young. So they're still reviewing this. We'll be back as this is a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. 4 minutes to go here in Atlanta. 92 to 85, the 76ers lead the Hawks. All right, we're back. So Philadelphia challenged the offensive foul call against Embiid. That call was upheld. Then they had to sort through the uh, the dust up between Collins and Embiid. Both got double technicals, so it'll it'll offset. Possession will go to Atlanta with 4 minutes to go, trailing by 7. Trae Young with the basketball. The little Gallinari is fouled by George Hill, trying to deny that entry pass. So 3:54 to go. And Philadelphia now in the penalty, Gallinari will go to the free throw line. Um, if you're uh, Philadelphia, I don't think you maximize your opportunity uh, to punish Atlanta for getting the penalty with 7 minutes to go. Uh, Atlanta survived that because Ben Simmons was missing so many free throws. Even though Embiid went to the free throw line, knocked in two, they didn't really get the points that they needed to take advantage of that situation. Both teams in the penalty now with 3:50 to go. Um, Gallinari knocks in both free throws, so it's 92 to 87. Seth Curry with the basketball. Curry over to George Hill. Hill gets a skip pass over to Tobias. Tobias with a big floater. The big floater to push the Sixers lead to 3 possessions. Trae Young trying to work the baseline, and he's called for the carry, trying to maneuver on that left baseline. Good contest there by Maxey, as the hesitation by Trae Young, which he uses, the hesitation dribble he uses all the time, was there, but he just got caught uh, holding the ball and bringing it over. So he's called for the travel. Pardon me, called for the turnover. 94 to 87, 3:22 to go. Seth Curry trying to get into the paint, gets it to Embiid, 10 on the shot clock. Embiid looking for a dribble handoff. 76ers fall as Seth Curry fell. Floated by Maxey, falls short. Rebounded by Clint Capella. So Atlanta dodges a bullet. That Trae Young turnover doesn't hurt them. We're under 3 minutes to go. Kevin Huerter trying to go off a screen. Gets cut off by Embiid and Seth Curry. 12 on the shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. 8 on the shot clock. Gallinari, straightaway three. Closed out by George Hill. Doesn't matter. Big buckets here by Danilo Gallinari with the game on the line. He's made tough shots all series. Big three there to cut the 7-point lead for Philadelphia to 4. 2:35 to go. Can Philadelphia keep putting the ball in the basket? Tobias Harris now guarded by John Collins on the left baseline. Attacks. Mid-range jumper. Falls short. Rebounded by Huerter. Tyrese Maxey trying to defend. Trae Young trying to get it to Collins. It's saved by Huerter. So 2:13 to go. 12 on the shot clock. Trae Young, again, guarded by Maxey. Maxey's done his best, despite Trae Young being the maestro that he has been all series. Big defensive effort here by Maxey. Fade away, step back three for Trae Young. Doesn't matter the defense. Big time basket for Trae Young. And now the Sixers have to worry. We're under 2 minutes to play, 94-93. As that shot clock was winding down, the defense by Maxey was near perfection. He almost got a deflection. He stayed in front of Trae Young, took the step back, still was able to close out. But the tiniest bit of space for Trae Young is all he needs. He got that slither of space, was able to knock it down as the shot clock was winding down. So we're under 2 minutes to play, 1:59 to go. Sixers up 94-93. Again, as I said, when you're under pressure, every point matters, every basket matters. Philadelphia was up by 7. A big 3-point basket from Danilo Gallinari cut the deficit to 4. Philadelphia comes right back. They go to Tobias. He's their go-to perimeter guy. Drives to the left baseline, pulls up for the jumper, mid-range jumper, a shot he's made all season, a shot that he has in his repertoire. He misses it off the back rim. Philadelphia did all they could. They kept it out of Trae Young's hands for as long as they could. But the minute he gets the ball with the shot clock winding down, tough defense from Maxey, it doesn't matter. So now, Philadelphia's up 1. They're not down. They're still up. But they have to score if they want to win this game. There can't be any trading of shot for shot right now because the shot makers are on Atlanta's side right now. Trae Young, despite the bad shooting tonight, 34 points. Philadelphia's done a great job against him in the second half, but big baskets down the stretch, including 3-point shots. And out of nowhere, there's a stoppage because the lights went out in the arena with 1:58 to go. So with this stoppage, we'll see how long this actually lasts, and can the Can the lights be put back on in time to not disrupt the rhythm? 1:59 to go. The lights went out, so we'll be back as they have to get that together. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. All right, so we're back. The lights are back on. Sixers with possession. I don't think the stoppage was too long enough to kill rhythm. Although, if you're Atlanta, that three by Trae Young definitely got the crowd going. So you want to kind of sustain that as much as you can. 1:59 to go. Sixers up one. They're in position to finish out this game if they can continue to make shots. Let's see what happens. On the floor, Maxey, Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris. Can the Sixers finish? Maxey looking for Embiid. Embiid at the rim, trying to get a layup. He misses, but gets the putback to finish, to fall. So it's 96-93. Sixers get a basket. Can they get a stop? Ben Simmons guarding Trae Young. Trae trying to draw contact. Trae trying to draw the foul. Can't get the layup. And Joel Embiid comes away with the rebound. Big defensive possession there by Ben Simmons as the Sixers are up by 3 with the lead. 1:25 to go. Tyrese Maxey looking for Embiid once again. They go to Embiid. Capella's guarding. Fadeaway jumper Embiid, and he draws a foul. So if you're Atlanta, this is not what you want to see. Embiid's gotten it going as the game has gotten into balance. Big basket by Embiid to give the 76ers that slight cushion. Again, the 3-point lead for any team against the Hawks, the Blazers, or the Warriors don't really exist. But you got to try to maximize the lead possession by possession as much as possible. So if you're up by 3, you get a stop. Now Embiid can go to the free throw line, make one of two, put this to a 2-possession lead. If he makes both, they go up by 5 with 1:15 to go. Embiid, 2 of 2 at the free throw line tonight. First free throw, good, rattles in. Tonight for Philly, they've kind of leveled off at the free throw line. They started out bad because of Simmons' initial misses, but 9 of 15. Atlanta's 13 of 14, and Embiid goes 1 of 2. So it's a 4-point game. We approach 1 minute to play. Seth Curry guarding Trae Young. Big stop by the Sixers as they're up 4. They're up 4. They got the stop. Trae Young had his dribble back tipped as he started to split defenders. So Sixers up 4, under a minute to go. 10 on the shot clock. Embiid fadeaway 3. He misses it. So rebounded by Collins. Hawks find Trae Young. Trae's going to be hunting the 3 as much as possible to cut this deficit. Sixers get it out of his hands. He goes to Herter. Herter 3. He misses it, and it goes out of bounds. So possession will go to Philadelphia with 34 seconds left. Sixers have gotten stops when it matters most, and now they're working the clock to their advantage. They have to figure out how to get their free throw shooters into the game. Doc Rivers getting Korkmaz into the game. Ben Simmons, while he's been valiant defensively, especially while battling foul trouble, you got to play the possessions and you got to play the circumstances. So on the floor, Furkan Korkmaz, Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. Seth Curry trying to get the inbound. Korkmaz goes to Harris. Harris catches it, gets it to Korkmaz. Korkmaz finds Maxey. Maxey dribbles it in the front court and is fouled now. So the 76ers have an opportunity to make 2 free throws and push this to 2 possessions with 27.2 seconds to go. In this series, Maxey 4 of 8 from the floor. Tonight, 2 of 4. Maxey's first free throw. He misses it. Big misses here by the rookie. He missed some big free throws here. Philadelphia needs all the points they can get right now. I know Maxi's played exceptionally well, and under pressure as a rookie is tough, but you got to knock down these big free throws. Ben Simmons comes back into the game defensively. Second free throw for Maxi. He knocks it down. So it's a 5-point game, 98-93, 27.2 to go. So if you're Atlanta, you want to try to get a quick basket. A three will help you tremendously if you can get it quickly. If you're Philadelphia, regardless of what possession, what shot comes your way, you want to get Atlanta to use clock. As long as you don't foul on the 3-point shot, you will be okay. Whatever possession, whatever points come away from this possession for Atlanta, if you're the Sixers, you want to get the Hawks to use clock. Then you got to play the free throw game, and it'll come down to the 76ers making their free throws. If they make their free throws, the 76ers will walk out of here with a victory on the road, trailing in the series 2-3. They'll get home court back with an opportunity to finish the series on their home court. Let's see what happens. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the Sixers lead by 5. Hawks basketball. Both teams in a penalty. Both teams with a timeout. Herter looking for Trae Young. He finds Gallinari. Gallinari looking for Herter. Guarded by Tobias Harris. He has to get a shot off. He attacks the basket. Gets the two-hand slam. But we have 20 and a half seconds left. So Doc Rivers calls the timeout. He'll be adjusting his lineup. And with 20 and a half seconds to go, the Sixers forced about 6 seconds off the clock. The Hawks were looking for the three. The Sixers denied Trae Young. They got it to Kevin Herter, but Herter had to get the ball out of his hands back to Gallinari. Gallinari didn't want to drive to the basket, but once the 76ers collapsed on Young as much as they did, he had an open lane, went and got the two-hand slam. The 76ers allowed for the slam because the 2 points don't hurt you. You just don't want to foul. So now the Sixers are up by 3. They have to make their free throws if they want to walk out of here with a win. So let's see who can make clutch free throws down the stretch. If the Sixers do, they will go home with a victory. If they do not, they will give the Hawks a chance to make a back-breaking 3 to send this game into overtime. And if you give the Hawks any more life, they will definitely make you pay, as we've seen on multiple occasions in this series, going back to Game 4 and going back to Game 5. So 20 and a half seconds to go. Sixers out of timeouts. Hawks have 1 timeout. Ben Simmons on the bench. We look at the lineups for both teams. You see George Hill inbounding for Philadelphia. They advance the basketball, which makes it easy. So for Philadelphia, you got George Hill, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, and Joel Embiid. For Atlanta, Clint Capella, who's denying the inbound, John Collins, Solomon Hill. So the Sixers get it to Maxey. Maxey dribbles in the backcourt. He shaves off about 2.3 seconds. Or 1.3 seconds, excuse me. 1.3 seconds. Philly will let Maxey go to the free throw line. He struggled at the line tonight. 3 of 6, 10 of 18 for the playoffs. Can he make big free throws? First one, it's good. It rattles in. So the Sixers have a 2-possession lead with under 20 seconds to go. This second free throw will push it to 5 if he makes it. If he misses it, remember, Atlanta has 1 more timeout, so they can advance it in their own right and try to get something. Maxey tonight has been magnificent under pressure, just big-time baskets. Second free throw good. It's a 5-point game, 100-95. Hawks elect not to use the timeout. Trae Young at the rim, misses the layup. Offensive rebound is there for Capella. He makes the two-hand slam as Trae Young missed the layup. It was an air ball, but Capella was there for the dunk. So it's 100 to 97. Because I like the strategy by Nate McMillan there because they had to get that possession in without Doc Rivers subbing out Ben Simmons or Matisse Thybulle. So their defensive lineup was still on the floor, although Philadelphia was able to inbound to Tobias Harris with 13.3 seconds to go. So Tobias at the line. First free throw for Tobias is good. So Sixers back up by 4 with 13.3 seconds to go. I want to highlight Tyrese Maxey's night tonight in 29 minutes, 5 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, and 16 points. While on the floor, his plus minus has been plus 10. He stepped up huge while Ben Simmons was on the bench dealing with foul trouble, and he knocked down some huge baskets, getting Philadelphia back into this game when it looked like their season was on the brink. So Tobias, who came up huge second quarter on, especially there in that second quarter to keep Philadelphia within striking distance. 9 of 20 tonight, 2 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 at the free throw line. He makes both. 22 points for Tobias. Joel Embiid turned his second half around. Only 22 points tonight, 9 of 24 from the floor, but he was big in the paint defensively with 13 rebounds. He got an assist. He got 2 blocks. His turnover issues tonight have been perplexing. He had 4 turnovers in that first half. 4 of Philadelphia's 7 turnovers by himself. He has 8 tonight. But again, with your back against the wall, you can't really worry about those things. You have to throw caution to the wind and figure out how to win. And with 13.3 seconds left, Philadelphia is in line to win this game, take home court back, and give themselves an opportunity to close out this series at home. So the Hawks with 13 seconds left will look to get a quick shot. The Sixers definitely have turned the corner. Trae Young had a magnificent first half. He still had an all-around game, 34 points, 11 assists. But 14 points here in the second half. His field goal percentage has been a struggle as he's 13 of 30. Looking to get a shot up here. Looking to find a teammate. Finds Herter. Herter has to use so much clock just to get that shot off. He makes the floater. So with 3.4 left, Tobias Harris able to dribble just enough to get it to 2.1 seconds left. So if he makes one, this game will essentially be over as the Hawks don't have any more timeouts. So they have to go full court just to, if Tobias was to miss both, they would have to go full court to get an opportunity to get a three-pointer. So Tobias just has to make one, and this game is essentially over. First free throw for Tobias is good, and that will do it. Philadelphia is up 103 to 99, 2.1 seconds left. They came back. They trailed by as many as 12 in this game, especially in that first quarter with the crowd behind them. The Hawks look to be running away with this game, and they look to finish the series. But the Sixers look to fight. And when they came back with a vengeance. Big time third quarter by Seth Curry. 14 of his 24 points came in that third quarter. Seth Curry tonight, 24 points, 6 of 9 from 3, 8 of 14 from the field, and he really just picked it up. I want to give a huge shout out to rookie out of Kentucky, Tyrese Maxey, in 29 minutes, 5 of 12 from the floor, 16 minutes. His minutes were extremely, extremely valuable because Ben Simmons dealt with foul trouble the entire first half. 2 fouls in the first quarter, 3 fouls in the first half. And he eventually got to 5 personal fouls. And once the Hawks started to use the hack of Ben strategy against the Sixers, Maxey had to come in, step in, and make key baskets to keep that separation for the Sixers the rest of the way in the second half. Big time minutes for Furkan Korkmaz as well in that third quarter. Some huge three-pointers. He was 3 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3. but he ended with 7 points. Uh, Joel Embiid in 38 minutes, 9 of 24, as I mentioned, struggled with his turnovers, but he ended with 22 points, uh, 13 rebounds, and he was there to be a presence against Trae Young down the stretch. For Atlanta, Trae Young tried his uh, absolute best to finish the 76ers off. 20 in the first half. He scored or assisted on 35 of the Hawks' 51 first half points. He had 34 total. He was 13 of 30 from the floor, 5 of 10 from three. But unfortunately, he didn't get much help. Clint Capella had 14. Kevin Herter had 17, but Kevin Herter had 15 in the first half, only 2 in the second half. So the Sixers were able to uh, kind of clutch his run. Danilo Gallinari picked it up in the second half. He knocked down some huge threes to make Philadelphia sweat. And there was a point where uh, the Hawks got it down to one. It was 93. It was 94 to 93 after a Trae Young bomb as the shot clock expired over the outstretched arms of Tyreke Maxey. But uh, when Maxey uh, didn't quit, he contested. The shot was made. Timeout called Philadelphia. They went to Joel Embiid uh, for two straight possessions. He got a bucket. He went to the free throw line, put Philadelphia back up four, and as the world turns, Philadelphia was able to survive. So we'll go to Game 7 on Sunday. The best two words in sports. Game 7. It's a winner go home on both sides. Back and forth we've gone game for game. Philadelphia took a 2-1 series lead. Atlanta came back and won two in a row. Looked to put the Sixers out of their misery in game 6 here at home. But Philadelphia responded, took home court back, and we'll see what happens in game 7. We'll be here to cover that. I'm Isaiah Rose. This is a Game a Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for so much more as we cover the 2021 NBA playoffs. Peace.